people come up and they say, oh, I was offended by that joke. And, my first reaction is, I don't care. Like, that doesn't mean anything. You're telling me how you feel. What I want to say, why? And I'll explain to them. I'm willing to explain to them why the joke isn't offensive. I've been doing a lot of video messages recently for terminally ill children, and only if they request it, obviously. I don't burst into hospitals and go, wake up, Baldy. Look, me twerking on TikTok. Look. The often offence comes when people mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target, and they're not necessarily the same, particularly if you deal in taboo subjects, which I do. No, I did a lot through the pandemic, presumably because they couldn't even see their own family, and it's through Make-A-Wish Foundation. Do you know the charity Make-A-Wish Foundation? They're great, and they give these dying kids their like one wish, and if it's me, I always say yes, and I always start the video the same way. I go, why didn't you wish to get better? That's why I deal with those things, because everyone understands it.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Corner. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I don't know if you caught this, but people are melting down about Ricky Gervais. Now, many of us know that Ricky Gervais is one of the few people still willing to kind of speak their mind in the comedy world. There are others, perhaps like Dave Chappelle and et cetera, that still pretty much tell it how they see it. Ricky Gervais, many of us remember his moment, was it the Golden Globes, I think, or the Emmys or whatever, where he absolutely torched all the double standard, rich, woke idiots in the crowd. But apparently, there is now a massive demand to have Ricky Gervais's new special removed from Netflix over a joke. A joke from, again, Ricky Gervais. People who, know him know that he doesn't pull any punches when it comes to his jokes. By the way, just 14 days left till Christmas, only about 7 days left to get your order in. My company, Coffee Brand Coffee, in my opinion, offers the best gift boxes on the market. Whether they're a coffee lover, sweets lover, treats lover, cocoa lover, organic tea lover, we have about 1,000 different configurations, whether they're pre-built or you customize your own. It's the best gift for family, friends, coworkers, and promo code BESTGIFT will allow you to save some money on it as well. Make sure you get your order in today before we sell out. Sell it every holiday. Viewers demand Netflix remove offensive program from platform. What? Ricky Gervais, the 62-year-old comedian, recently had his special Armageddon premiere on Netflix. However, viewers are extremely upset with the Netflix program, many citing his use of, quote, ableist slurs. Again, ableist is yet another fake word like hate speech and things of that nature. I mean, ableism is a real word, but, ableist slurs are not real. This has resulted in a petition, as of this writing, has reached nearly 5,000 idiots. As noted by the petition, Ricky Gervais makes a joke during a special centered around the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Eventually, he refers to the children with cancer as baldies. Oh, okay. Why didn't you wish to get better? What are you effing R-word as well? Users on X were rather disappointed with the offensive words used by the overall and the overall decision to make fun of terminally ill children on his Netflix. It's a joke. It's a joke. For a man who profited so heavily from a TV program that had cancer as a central plot point, this feels really weird. Well, I mean, don't you think that he knows that? Don't you think that perhaps Ricky Gervais knows? Maybe he has a special, I don't know. I mean, it's just a joke. You see, this is the most vile attempt at comedy I've seen. Sick and dying children wish for a video from him and he mocks them. Shame on you, Ricky Gervais. Children fighting for their lives are no laughing matter. I have no respect for this man. Here's a joke. I've been doing a lot of video messages recently for terminally ill children. Now, he actually has been, and one of the mothers who received one also chimed in on this.
And only if they request it, obviously. I don't burst into hospitals and go, wake up, Baldy. Look, me twerking on TikTok. Look.
Seems like the crowd thinks it's pretty funny.
No, I did a lot through the pandemic, presumably because they couldn't even see their own family. And it's through Make-A-Wish Foundation. Do you know the charity Make-A-Wish Foundation? They're great, and they give these dying kids their like one wish. And if it's me, I always say yes. And I always start the video the same way.
So, by the way, I want to point out that Ricky Gervais always says yes. You know what I mean? Like, they always say yes. So, isn't that like kind of the point? Isn't that kind of the better part of this? Like, kids ask, for him to do a video message for him, and he always does it. Isn't that what matters? Don't you think if a kid is requesting their Make-A-Wish be a video from Ricky Gervais, that they know what they're getting into, that they know that he might roast them?
I go, why didn't you wish to get better?
It's not even that great of it's a groaner. I actually like jokes like that. You know, kind of like, where they ride the line of making you feel a little uncomfortable and also, a little kind of like spicy for laughing at it. But this isn't even like, that's like an on the nose joke. It's not even that big of a deal.
What, you fucking retarded as well?
I mean, like, So he brings back the R word, or as modern millennial or Zoomers call it, the R slur. All right, like, where is the real? Okay, I have to watch a special. This is great. I was there. Can't wait to see it on Netflix. Make a wish for Armageddon. Perfect way to end Christmas Day. I mean, like, it seems like this comes out on Christmas, and it seems like most of these people are laughing. And then you want to, like, petition launch against Ricky Gervais' joke about terminally ill kids in Netflix special. I mean, it wasn't about anybody in particular. I mean, I think that's kind of the more important thing about it is, is it about somebody in, specifically, were they in on the joke? He's not doing that. He's just a broad, regular joke. Ricky Gervais condemned for ableist slur. I mean, what? Because he said that, well, I can't even say it on YouTube. Disability charity Scope has been forced to moderate its social media accounts after receiving hateful messages in response to Ricky Gervais' comedy routine. The British charity had criticized the joke made by the 62-year-old comedian who used the term baldy when referring to terminally ill children. By the way, they're not all bald. Not all terminally ill children lose their hair, and it's not always cancer. But anyway, in response, Scope warned that, quote, language like this has consequences. Oh, it's like a threat. And the people this kind of message impacts are real in a tweet on Tuesday, December 5th. Well, we wish we were surprised by reports that Ricky Gervais used ableist slurs. I have a feeling that they were getting completely crushed. And everybody with, like, Ukraine and trans flags in their bio are the ones that are getting upset. Most people, GFY, soft, all this kind of stuff, and it's a great example of kind of the modern, this modern generation of soft kids. We aren't here to dictate what anyone should or shouldn't find funny, but we can't pretend that the comedy exists in a vacuum. This week has proven that. Well, you actually are there. You are there to dictate what you're saying people are allowed to find funny. Then you go on to say, we've turned replies off on this thread, something that we've never done before, but we feel we don't have a choice. Well, it's because everyone's mocking you and making fun of you for being... nobody's forcing you. Okay, nobody's forcing this company or this agency or whatever to watch Ricky Gervais' special. It's funny because it is offensive. I hate to explain jokes, but it's like the dead baby jokes. I don't know how many of you grew up with those, but like, it's funny because it is so absurd. That's the joke. Not the terminally ill children. They're not the joke. The joke is that it's so like spicy to say that. That's what's funny. He's not making fun of the kids. You know, it's so pathetic. Like I've said this before, like and I'll say it again. This is always, of course, very obviously, you know, this is the kind of stuff that happens when life is so good for so long. Everyone has individual struggles and stuff that they deal with every day, and that's real. But the fact that we're getting offended over a joke means anyone, I'll say this, anyone who's offended over this joke has an incredibly easy life. Incredibly. You know, that this is what they're worried about, is a joke on a comedy special that they don't have to watch. Now, of course, the mom, who he did a Make-A-Wish message for, says, I was so offended when I saw the clip. It honestly floored me. I bet you that her son, who requested the Make-A-Wish video message from him, would probably thought it was hilarious. I mean, I get it. The kids, we must protect the kids. Okay, fine. But like, nobody's making you watch this. Ricky Gervais' heartless Netflix special sparks fierce backlash over ableist language. That's the joke, you idiots. That's the joke. The joke is you getting offended. And by the way, Ricky Gervais is expertly using you because you had a little melty pants, you know, in the grocery aisle because mom wouldn't buy you a Snickers. All right. You're having a meltdown. So now he's going to get $1 million in free promotion. Like, these outlets don't understand that this is essentially a business model now. You pick 1 or 2 jokes in your stand-up comedy special that you know these woke weirdos are going to have meltdowns over. You put them in there and you let them advertise for you. I'm not a big 1-hour comedy special guy. I used to be, but it is what it is. But all this is going to do is like encourage more people to watch his stand-up special. So, you know, maybe just relax. It's just a joke. And maybe like grow up a little bit. We're worrying about policing other people's language. It's a comedian, okay? By the way, even if it wasn't a comedian, they should be allowed to say that. But to petition its removal is truly pathetic. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.